Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so happy that you are here and I am so happy to be here. Today, I have a very exciting video for you guys. I am taking you along with me while I read the Mindfuck series by St. Abby. If you've been anywhere on Book Talk or BookTube, you would know that this series is quite iconic because it is about a girl who is a serial killer. She is getting her revenge on people who have wronged her in the past while simultaneously falling in love with the FBI agent that is trying to track her down because he is on the cases that she has committed. This book series is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to take you guys along with me, but I also can't believe that I'm here reading it to begin with. I am a fluffy, lighthearted romance girly till I die. I love a rom-com. However, after coming off of 3 giant fantasy reads, Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare, and City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, I am ready for something different. I'm ready for something fun and I'm ready for something fast. I'm also, like many, loving true crime podcasts. I have been an avid true crime podcast listener for many years and I am just so excited to give this a go. It also helps that a bunch of my Book Talk mutual friends also love this series. So I'm excited to join them hopefully, and I'm going to be taking you guys along with me every step of the way. I cannot wait to see where this video goes, and let's get into reading the Mindfuck series by St. Abby. I'm just popping in here to say that if you do decide to read this book series, please look up the trigger warnings. There are a lot of horrifying things that happen in this book and a lot of difficult subject matters that are covered. So please take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, and read any trigger warnings before entering this book. Hello, I'm here with a reading update for you guys. So I am having the most wonderful time. Last night I ended up finishing the first book and I'm on chapter 5 of the second book. These books are so short and snappy, like the chapters are short, they're quick, and I'm just having the best time. Like I genuinely think that this series is like one that would be great to get out of a reading slump so far because it's so fast and so entertaining, and I am like in love with the book, but I'm also like terrified for her. I am so concerned that our main character is going to get caught, and she is so prepared and semi unbothered by it. Like she's so prepared that she's ready for whatever comes, and I'm so happy for her, but I need to relax because I am terrified that something bad is going to happen to her. But there's also like 3 more books after this, so I need to calm down. Before the heading of each chapter, there's like a little quote which I absolutely love. It reminds me a lot of Things We Know by Heart, and that had like a fact about a heart before every chapter, like in the chapter heading. And so for the mindf series, the first book we had Einstein quotes, which I thought was really interesting, and then now we have like Copernicus or something. I don't know how to say his name. I'm so sorry. I am embarrassed. You're embarrassed for me. It's okay. We'll get past it. I love that little addition. I think that they're like having like short, snappy quotes and things like that before chapters. I don't love when it's like a prologue-esque situation. Like when I read Swordcatcher, the thing before the chapter was like long and full of history, and I was like, no. Now reading these, having like those like little facts, little quotes, I absolutely love. I'm still in love with our main character, and our main man are having so much fun. I truly just love like the calculatingness of it. Like I think that that is so intriguing, and it's really giving true crime podcast because we're also getting mixes of other cases with following Logan, who's the FBI agent, which I really love. I also really feel like because I have a tiny mic, I cannot move this hand without bad things happening to the sound quality. I've learned after like editing my like reading vlog for Funny Story, and then also other things. So this hand is just going overdrive and I'm so sorry. But as for yesterday, I ended up taking Lou on a walk, which was a lot of fun, and I ended up filming, editing, and scheduling my May wrap up and June TBR, which was a lot of fun. So that's going up in a couple of days. Yeah, I think that's all the updates I have. It's so fast, it's so fun. I'm in love with the true crime aspect. I'm terrified for our main character because I want good things to happen for this couple. And yeah, I'm having a great time. It is time for a book update. Oh my goodness, I have just had the most wonderful time. I mean, the content, horrid. Like, the content is horrifying, but I'm having a great time. This is genuinely so much fun to me, and I'm gonna give you guys an update about what's going on, where I am, and all of the things. First off, I am on book 3. I know. I'm shocked too. I am just jumping through these. I think that book 2 didn't actually have 16 chapters. I might have lied to you earlier. It might have only had like 13. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not going back to check because I just want to keep reading. But I realize I need to update you guys. I need to let you guys know what's going on. So let's get right into it. In this book series, we're obviously following Lana and the FBI agent Logan, and Lana's a serial killer. Logan is the FBI agent. We also, in book 2, were introduced to another case that is taking a lot of Logan's time and kind of letting some pressure off of Lana and her murders. So this is like the boogeyman case. They call the guy the boogeyman. And basically, he's a man who is doing absolutely horrid things to women. And Lana and Logan are kind of clashing a little bit over this because Logan is terrified for Lana's safety. He's like, my precious little 5'4" girlfriend. I am so afraid for you. Let me put some protection details in your home. Let me have like some police cars outside. Give me peace of mind that you're going to be okay. And Lana's perspective, she's like, I can take this man. This man's doing awful things. Like, let me at him. And it's just so entertaining to watch the dichotomy between these two perspectives of Logan being like concerned, but like not too overprotective or overbearing. Like, I think that what he's doing is like what any reasonable person would do if their loved one was potentially at risk of a serial offender. So there's that. But then Lana's like, let me at him. I got it. But she can't do that. So this boogeyman has slowly been targeting Lana and leaving Logan some clues. I'm absolutely in love. I mentioned earlier about the little quotes above the chapters for book 3. We actually start off the chapter with some William Shakespeare quotes. So I'm just loving to see these little quotes, and the new author, every time I read a book, is just so entertaining. I would also like to point out that I solved the boogeyman case like note to Logan. I mean, granted, we had all of the facts, but I put it together before this man did on the page. And I am just enthralled. I am intrigued. I don't think I've ever read anything so fast in my entire life. And yes, the content, as I mentioned, is really difficult. It's still really good. Like, I feel like any true crime girly will enjoy this book because I feel like everything that I've read right now is stuff that I have heard about while listening to true crime podcasts. And yes, it is a bit overwhelming and definitely disturbing. I don't find that it's done in a way that is too overwhelming to the story. Like, yes, Lana's getting her revenge, and that's graphic. And yes, we've dealt with some horrid things, but it's not in a way that feels like it's furthering the plot in any way, which I do enjoy. Sometimes I feel like trauma or disgusting topics can be brought up as a way to further the book, but it doesn't seem to be in this case, in my opinion, how that's happening. I cannot believe that I haven't picked up this book series earlier. I'm absolutely obsessed and I want more, and I am so incredibly sad that there's only 5 books because I already am on book 3 and they're so short, snappy, fast, entertaining, and interesting put together. I don't know what I'm going to do when I finish the series. Hello, my beautiful people. I am just waiting to pick up my friend. We are gonna go and see some animals at like a local like farm-esque situation. So I'm probably gonna take you guys along to show you some clips. But as for the mindf series, I am speeding through book 3 and I am absolutely obsessed. I do not trust Hadley within like an arm's length. Like, this girl, I don't know what's happening, but I don't trust her and I'm worried. I am worried. So there's that factor. But overall, I'm absolutely loving this series. I think it is so much fun, and just learning more and more about these characters is so interesting. So I'm having a great time. I'm gonna enjoy the sunshine in my new yellow sundress. It has been a few days and I'm going to give you guys some updates. Where have I been? I've been taking a minute. I think that it's really important, especially reading this series, because of the really heavy topics, that I have to be in the right place mentally to read them. And after finishing book 3, I just needed to take a little bit of a break. We have a friend coming to join us. I needed to take a little bit of a break. And so I ended up just taking a few days, and I feel like a lot better and I feel more rejuvenated and I'm ready to get into the series. Where I left you guys, I just finished book 3. Gonna give you guys a little bit of an update on what happened in book 3, like the ending and where we are, and then where I am in book 4. For book 3, we ended up meeting Diana, who is someone who's been alluded to a lot in the books as to knowing what happened that horrible night to Lana. And so we were finally getting to talk with her because she has been alluded to, as I said, like a few times, and I just really wanted to hear what she had to say. The book ended with Logan going to Delaney Grove to talk to Diana. Now, we are in Delaney Grove and Lana is terrorizing everybody. Like she is getting special time release paint. She is being just a vengeful queen at this point, and it's very, very interesting to watch. I thought a little bit when I was starting book 4 that I was gonna see some like maybe a bit of dichotomy between Lana presently and then her like maybe a bit trauma or vulnerabilities from her past, but she's just being a badass. She's being so strong, and it's actually really amazing how like strong she's being in this horrid place. As you can see, I've kind of moved on to book 4, so that's where we're gonna be. I do not trust Leonard. I don't know how to say his name. I'm gonna be honest, this is a name that I really struggle saying. I think it's Leonard, because it looks like Leonardo, but there's no O, so Leonard. You guys are gonna think I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. I genuinely, the letters in this name just are like moving and grooving around. I do not trust this man. I do not trust this man. I think that he is going to be trouble for Lana, and I think that he is going to be putting pieces together faster, because I have seen now, I'm on chapter 8 in book 4, and he is telling Logan some things. He's telling Logan like, hey, it could be a woman, and Logan's like, yeah, actually it could, because I was almost brutally attacked by a deputy in this cursed little town, and looks like our unsub saved me, except they were really small. Almost Lana sized. Panic. I'm in distress. I am concerned as to what is going on here. And I just want the best for our team. Like, I don't want Lana and Logan to be separated, but I'm so intrigued as to like what's gonna happen. I think that one thing that ST Abby is doing really, really well is keeping me on my toes and keeping me like concerned, because it feels like with every book, there's just like someone who knows a little bit more than they should, that in the back of your mind, you're like, panicking that they're going to find something out. And I'm really enjoying that because it's keeping me engaged, it's keeping me worried, it's keeping me on my toes, and so I'm really having a good time with that. I will also say that book 4 by far has been the most distressing and disturbing of the books. I thought that book 3 was the worst when we learned a bit more about Hadley's storyline. However, I have never been so like ill feeling when reading about something. Oh my gosh, the things that Lana and her brother Marcus had to go through truly were horrific, and hearing Diana tell certain details that we as the reader hadn't known yet, genuinely horrid. Hearing what happened to her dad, I believe his name was Robert Evans, by the police in that town, the sheriff, I am horrified. Like, those were the 2 instances that really got me, as well as like Hadley's story. And I was like, whoa, I need to take a step back. Like, I need to breathe for a second. So I ended up switching over to an audiobook last night and stopping reading for a little bit, because that was just some really heavy stuff. But I would say that book 4 was the first time where I really was like, that is probably my limit on some things. Anyway, I have just gotten back from running some errands. I had to go be an adult, not very fun. I spent about 5 hours editing the transcript for the focus group that I'm working on for my research position. So I did that, I did adult things, and now the weather is beautiful. I might sit outside and do some reading. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with my life, but I think that's what I want to do with it. So we will see. Reading update. I know, it's very exciting to be hearing from me again. Oh my goodness, I feel like this like week has gone by so fast, and I haven't updated you at all because I haven't done too much more reading. And I say week like very loosely, I mean like the last 3 days. I feel like the last 3 days have gone by so fast. I feel like at first when I jumped into the series, I read like the first 3 books so quickly, and now I'm at like a bit more of a normal pace in the sense that I'm not like binging the series. I'm still having a really great time, and I'm currently on chapter 11 of the 4th book, but I'm just kind of slowing down a little bit and spending a bit more time with friends. I think that's what's coming up, which I'm really excited about because I feel like I've been like a little bit isolated since the end of the semester because getting a job has been super crazy and then working 2 jobs. So I'm just really excited to kind of see some of my friends that I haven't seen in a while. I'm actually just about to head out to lunch with one of my friends, Kennedy, who I haven't seen in so long. It's been like probably a year. And she was actually someone who I cat sat for. I think it was my April reading wrap up last year. I like switched up my like setup and I had a cat in the thumbnail, and it was because I was cat sitting, so I was staying in her apartment. It was so much fun and I miss those cats so much. So I'm so excited to see her, get an update on her life now that she's moved to a different city, and then also get an update on my babies, her cats. As for the mindfuck series, I'm having a great time. I literally love the way that Lana just got Kyle. There's something about these books, they are playing the biggest movie in my head, and I am so engrossed when I actually read them. I've just been so tired. We're doing work in the morning and then working at night. I'm a second job, or working at night and then working in the morning and then working at night. Words are really hard right now. And I've just been so tired. My eyes have been exhausted. So I've been listening more to audiobooks, but I'm continuing with the series. I'm going to continue having a great time. And I'm really enjoying the quotes in this book in particular above each chapter. Having a great time. I'm going to go have lunch. I don't think I'm going to film anything because I want to be really present in the moment, but I wanted to give you guys an update. Loving the series, loving Lana. Cannot wait to see what happens with Kyle and see Logan's reaction to Kyle as well being gone, because I literally stopped as Lana stuffed Kyle in the trunk of a car. About 2 chapters left in the 4th book of the Mindfuck series, and I'm having a great time. This book is very dark, and I am really enjoying reading it. I will say that since it is darker than the others, I'm definitely feeling the heaviness a little bit more, but I'm still super engaged and really curious as to how everything's going to play out and if Logan's going to find out who Lana is. But I absolutely loved one little tidbit was that when Lana went into the haunted house and she had to dress up, she dressed up as Michael Myers. And I don't know who Michael Myers is. Perhaps I'm just like not in tune with what pop culture knowledge is, but I thought that was hilarious because her name is Lana Myers and Michael Myers, last name Myers. I just thought that was like a really fun Easter egg. I just got home from going out for lunch with one of my best friends from university. It was a lot of fun. So while I was out for lunch, I decided to have the most embarrassing thing happen to me in the entire world. And instead of just wallowing in my embarrassment quietly, I will tell it. You guys, a quick update because my car is really warm and I'm currently slightly sunburned from yesterday's adventure going and watching firefighters train at the beach while I was eating sushi with my friend. It was a really great time. Anyway, I am really loving the Mindflix series. I've actually just finished the 4th book. I will say that there was one thing that kind of bothered me at the end of the 4th book, was just how Logan reacted to finding out that Lana was the killer and just kind of violating their mutual respect and trust in the relationship that they had during intimate times. And so I didn't love that, but you know, it is a dark romance, so I have to remind myself about that. I'm just like a really big stickler for consent, so that's just something that's really important to me, and I didn't love that from Logan, but it is what it is, and I'm just so curious as to see where this book goes. I'm so curious to learn how Logan's going to react when he learns the truth, and I'm hoping that he's going to feel some remorse for his actions, because I did not like his like rage fury situation that he like swirled into. Anyway, I just got off of an 8-hour shift of work, so I can't feel my feet currently. So I'm going to go sit down, and I think I might do a little bit of work for my other job, but if I don't, I'm going to be reading the mindf series. So that is my mini update. I hope that you guys have had a wonderful time listening to it, and I'll talk to you soon. Welcome to my kitchen. I have no mindf reading update for you. I am exhausted. I'm so tired. I've been... Lulu wants to go outside. She got a new haircut. I'll show you guys. She got her haircut, so she's looking all clean and beautiful, but she's sniffing on the counter because I have my poke bowl here, and I swear it's like the most beautiful looking poke bowl I've ever seen in my entire life. And the other thing I wanted to tell you guys was I recently found a new ice cream. So this Christmas was the first time I ever had Billy Miner pie from the keg, and I found Billy Miner pie ice cream from the keg. It is genuinely one of the best things I've ever eaten in my entire life. I'm absolutely obsessed. So I have this for dessert, I have my poke for dinner, I have the house to myself for a little bit. So I think I'm going to read, edit this video a little bit, and just have a relaxing day because I have been working nonstop. But yeah, that's my little update. Nothing to do with the book, but just to show you my delicious looking food. Welcome to my cozy time on the couch when reading. I just finished watching Katie Coulson's new vlog where she was reading Heartless. You guys know Heartless is one of my favorite books, so I had to watch it, and it was so much fun. And now I'm getting ready to read, and I could turn lights on a film, but I'm actually just not going to. So as of right now, I don't know what is going to be entailed in this book, or what this book entails is perhaps a better way to say that. I went into this entire series completely spoiler free, only knowing that a serial killer falls in love with an FBI agent. That's all I knew. And so I'm having a really great time. And in this last book, I have absolutely no idea how everything's going to play out. Where we are right now, Logan knows that Lana is the killer, but he doesn't know that Lana is Victoria. So that's a little Akko Taco. Lana has left the station. She is gone. She has walked out of that cabin after Logan did her dirty, and I'm still kind of upset about that. But I'm reminding myself that it's a dark romance, and I'm trying not to make a big deal of it because anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea where this book is going to go. I'm really curious to see how it's going to play out with Logan finding out Lana's true history and if he will accept her. And I am so just excited to see where this book goes. So I'm going to start reading. Mini update. The fact that Hadley is mad at Logan makes me so happy. I'm on chapter 3 of this 5th and final book. My book friend Lauren over on Book Talk has also been with me through this entire journey. I've been texting her, and she says that for both her and then her other friend, book 4 was really a turning point for Logan's character for them, and they started not liking him. And I found that to be really interesting because that's a little bit where I'm at, kind of. I still am really enjoying the series and I want to cheer for the relationship, but 2 things are bugging me. Number 1, it's still that consent thing of Logan being really angry and violating kind of that mutual respect and trust and not treating Lana right. And then the second thing that's now come up is Logan absolutely losing it and like throwing things and like just like going in a fit of rage and anger. And I don't know, I'm not feeling great about that stylistic choice. It kind of seems a bit different than the calm, friendly FBI agent that we've been reading for the last couple books. But I think as of right now, I'm leaning towards a 4. I still have to read this final book, but I'm rating it all as 1 book. And I think that that's kind of where I'm at in the series, that there were some things that bugged me, but I also had a really wonderful reading experience as of right now, aside from those 2 things. And it's been really gripping. It's played movies in my head and I've been super addicted to it. So that's my preliminary rating, I think, is a 4. But we'll see what happens in this book. But I was really happy when Hadley was like, you didn't do that, Logan. Come on. Like, are you kidding me? Because that is me. Anyway, that's my update. I'll let you guys know if I have anything fun else to say. I just got back from the dentist, which was really not very fun, but as a treat, immediately after leaving the dentist, I got an ice cap from Tim Hortons, because that's exactly what you want to do when you leave the dentist, is go drink a sugary beverage. I also don't drink a lot of coffee anymore. I'm hoping that the caffeine fuels me to read this because I was getting very sleepy today. I think I said earlier in this vlog as well that I wasn't sure about Hadley and I was nervous about her, but Hadley is now, I am her #1 fan. The fact that she is saying all this stuff and is completely on Lana's side, like, I am so here for it. Thank you, Hadley. And the other thing I want to bring up too is that Logan said that he would have done everything differently if he knew Lana was Victoria rather than thinking she was Kennedy. And to that I say, I don't like it. You shouldn't have done it in the first place, whether you thought it was Kennedy or not. And then it just adds an extra layer because it was Lana and everything that she went through was super traumatic. That's even worse. But from the very beginning, it's not something that he should have done. So good morning. We have reached the final 2 chapters in the mindf series, and I am so excited to finish this series. I have been just absolutely addicted. It has been so much fun, and while there are things that were so tragic and really disgusting at times, and things that I didn't entirely agree with Logan, I am so excited to finish off these final 3 chapters. So what is happening? What are my thoughts up to this point so that I have a smaller wrap up at the end? I am so happy for Hadley. I am so happy. I feel that she is just starting to heal after everything that happened with her father, and her and Jake together are genuinely like the cutest thing. Like, I want to read a book specifically for them because how Hadley talks about him and how they like get on and how they're just like, I love them. They're so sweet. I was also not expecting a time jump. How the ending like played out was like so cinematic, and I was like, Lana, you killed this one, especially with the quotes of her family. There was something about reading those that was like haunting, yes, but also like poetically beautiful, and I was not expecting the time jump. So I have 2 chapters left. I don't know what's happening. I still don't know who the original killer is, and I have absolutely no idea who it is. No clue. I have no predictions, because every single one of my like maybe like half-hearted like guesses while I was reading that, I was like, maybe it could be this person. They're dead. So it's not them. But I am just so excited to finish this series. It has been just genuinely just such a fun time. So I'm gonna read the last 2 chapters. I was gonna do that last night, but then I was so tired that like when I was reading, I wasn't like processing the words. I was like, Kate, you need to go to bed and you read them in the morning. It is the morning. I am gonna read them. I'm so excited, and we'll see how this goes. My brain is positively buzzing, and I still have to read the epilogue. So I know I've technically not finished the book, but 2 things really quick. Lana changing her last, that was rude. Lana changing her last name to different horror movie characters is just so fun to me, and it's just so sweet, like with her dad loving horror movies, and then also like her revenge thing. I just think it's like this like really fun like little interlude, and I love how Logan has done that now too. Super cute. I love that Hadley and Jake are together. Again, still have the epilogue. You should have seen my face. I wish I was filming my reaction, because you should have seen my face when the original killer was revealed. The OG killer, the actual, I simply could not have predicted this. And the way that they got him was like chef's kiss. So good, and so poetic to like the whole like Lana drawing things out. Oh, so good. And Logan sending his message and Lana sending the message. Oh my God. I know that I'm still not the biggest fan of Logan from those things that he did during the sketchy period of when he found out Lana was the killer, but they are very cute. I will give St. Abby the fact that she did make me forget that he did that. But I'm still holding on to that. Oh, I don't want to read the epilogue because I don't want this to be over, because this has been so cute and so perfect. And the cat, the fact that she's a cat named Bennett, I love it. I love it so much. Okay, I'm going to read the epilogue now, and then I guess I'll talk to you guys after. But oh, the little details, the fact that he was like, you're perfect, and it was like, oh, tying into the first book, it just, so good. So good. The time has come for me to conclude the mindf series vlog, and I am just so happy. This series was so amazing, so enthralling, so engrossing, so intriguing, and it played such a movie in my head. I will say it again, as I said many times throughout this video, please read the trigger warnings when you're going into this, because you are going to be sick. Like, my gut was like churning at some points, but the story was so good, and really overall had a happy ending for these characters, which I was so happy about, because I was getting worried. I was like, there's no way there's like not a happy ending here, and people would still recommend this book the way they do, right? I am so happy for Jake and Hadley. Like, genuinely, reading the epilogue made my heart so full. I simply could not. I was like, you guys are perfect and I love you. Having Lana being a semi-retired serial killer and having Logan support her through this was awesome. I was like, let's go. And the fact that I said Leonard, I'm so sorry, man. Your name just really stumps my brain. The fact that I said earlier, I was like, I'm not sure about him. I don't think I really like him. I'm so sorry. I'm your #1 fan. I love you. Thank you for being awesome and giving Lana a person to kill once a year. I really appreciate it. The other cute moment that completely got me in the epilogue was that Logan and Lana danced together every night. And honestly, that just made my heart so full. That's what her parents did. And I was like, this is amazing. One thing this book captured so beautifully was like these cute romantic rom-com-esque moments inside this like compelling story with really dark content. It was just so cool. And last that I want to discuss, which is also a spoiler, is that I did not see the twist of who was going to be the killer, the original killer, the killer who have started the chain effect, the killer who started it all. I did not expect who it was, and I was gobsmacked, and how they did it and how they drew it out was absolutely just poetic, masterful, and I loved it. Overall, I decided to rate these books as one giant book because individually I can't wrap my head around them individually. Like, I know that they're 5 books, but I really read them as one. I think that their story is one, and I will 100% support you for charging them as 5 books on your Goodreads. I'm going to charge them as one, and I'm going to rate them as one, and overall I'm going to give it a 4 because I loved the series. I found it so entertaining. but there were a few moments that really had my gut churning, that I felt really ill because I don't have the stomach for some of the things that was going on. And also Logan's little, you know, mishap at the end of the fourth book really just did not sit right with me. But the series is so cute, and Esty Abbey just is such a compelling writer that at times I even forgot like that tomfoolery that Logan pulled, and I was like cheering for him and Lana, and I was like, hold on, I'm mad at you. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for coming along with me. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everybody.